Okay, Module 4 is going to be a quick one because I don't have that much time and this whole course is free. So I still got some work to do. I still got some problems to solve. I'm going to make this quick. Module 4, communication with recipients. So you introduce yourself kindly, you keep things professionally, you don't go weird, you reply in time, which is at least every couple of days. You don't want to have them waiting for too long. It's important that as you become a private and professional donor, you create a great donor profile, and in my extended course, in my consulting, I go deeper into where you can post all that stuff and where you can go to find recipients, or where we go to find recipients and screen recipients for you. So at the end of the day, you just get a phone message from the recipient and you don't have to do the deeper diving and the, all the hard work and all the nasty work with mean people, haters, and people that are just here to waste your time. So you want to, if you want to get around that, you can reach out. But I think I've said it a lot in the past module, so let's get back to bringing you some value as an aspiring donor. If you've been watching until this module, you are probably an aspiring donor. So I'm going to take you even more seriously. So you want to have a really clean donor profile with some really clean pictures. You want to make sure you have a good overview of you, yourself, and your life. You should have your life together. You should have your shit together. You want to be portrayed, and not just portrayed, but also really want to be someone who's healthy, someone who's trustworthy, someone who's had some success in his life, someone who's athletic and fit, because that's what recipients are looking for. It might sound weird, but it's a lot like what I've experienced in dating apps too. So in dating apps, you want to portray yourself in the best way, but you don't want to catfish anyone, right? So you want to stay true and you want to stay honest. And recipients will choose someone who they think is a great biological father, which is also something women do on dating apps too, right? They will look for someone who they think they're attractive and they think they might make a great biological father for their child, at least if they're looking for something non-casual. So I'm just saying that to give you an idea of how things are and what recipients are looking for. They're not looking for a husband or a boyfriend or a partner to have sex with. They're looking for someone who would make a great biological father, maybe a role model, maybe a kind of uncle or something like that for the child in the future. They're looking to have a child, and they're also looking to extend their family in a positive manner with someone healthy. So that's important when you put up and set up your donor profile. You want to build trust. What's super important is honesty, openness, and respect. Those three things, it's that simple. You don't have to be some crazy, super overly kind, following up every day and being like, hey, do you still want a donation? You don't want to do that. Just be open, respectful, and honest with them. Some kindness mixed in with that too. If you are not that as a person generally, I don't want to help you. Please stop watching this video. Don't be a donor. If you're not honest, open, and respectful, you shouldn't be a donor. So that's the baseline. If you don't have these values and you want to be a donor, stop this video, work on yourself, and then become a donor after that. I'm sorry that I'm that honest with you guys, but there's too many out there that are not honest, not open, and not respectful. And I believe that, that's also why I only help certain individuals become private professional donors as a consultant or with my team, because we don't just want to help anyone who just throws money at us, but for example has crazy bad physical health, right? You shouldn't be a donor if you're just way too overweight. You shouldn't. It's a bad setup for the child. It's going to increase chances for diabetes and other stuff if you do that. So it's not about ego or about me saying, hey, I'm better than someone else or some donor is better than the other. It's just about the child at the end of the day, right? So that's important, and I believe that I'm going to be super open and honest about this and not going to sugarcoat anything. So again, if you don't have these qualities or values, please don't work with me, please don't talk to me. Please work on those things first, and you can then reach out to me after that. If you do have these values, if you're open, honest, and respectful, I'm open to help you as well. And I would, if you want to become a sperm donor yourself and try to become like a private sperm donor in your area or a traveling sperm donor, I would love to invite you to the Sperm Donor Association even and see where things go and how I can help you. Yeah, one more thing for this module, what recipients usually want to know. Usually recipients want to know your age, your health, your last tests, how expensive you are. When it comes to the price, I would start by having a couple $100 per donation at the beginning, or a couple $100 for travel expenses. When I started, I just enjoyed the experience and the traveling, so I just charged for the travel expenses, and I got to go to wonderful places. And up to this day, if someone's like, oh, do you want to go here for 2 weeks, you can bring your girlfriend and pay both flight tickets, and you can live with us for a month, and we do one donation or two. I'm not going to charge them a lot, because of course I have another incentive to do all that work, which is to experience a new country and a new culture as well. It's different when someone's like, oh, can you just drive over for 3 days and then drive back for 8 hours, you know? Of course that's going to be different. So as you move on in the ranks of a professional donor, which basically means as you become healthier and more experienced, at some point you are going to be able to negotiate basically your price, right? So if you have only very little time on your hands, but a lot of recipients would like your help, you can also charge more for the donation. But please, again, keep it respectful, keep it honest in like what you put in effort, because at the end of the day, don't forget that the money you are asking from the recipient is also the child's money, your biological child's money. Don't go too crazy or too high. Try to bring as much value as possible, and the money will follow automatically. So that the recipients want to know. They also have many, many other questions. I've built a Donor Dan AI that replies to questions for recipients. If you want to know how to do that, or if you want help with that, it's also something we do. We just want to make sure that you can focus on what you really want to do and in your life, and be a healthy sperm donor at the same time. Because I know a lot of men would like to be sperm donors, but they have other priorities. So what we do, we prioritize the sperm donation for you, and you just do the donation itself, and you don't waste too much time doing the wrong things. So yeah, there's a lot recipients want to know, and we make sure that as we gather the information from the donor, we cover all the questions recipients might have.